Let's get our day going now with a trader rundown. It's all about earnings and the economy this week. Let's bring in Michele Schneider. Mich, any chance this market will get a bit of an uptick as people pay taxes and some of the sheltered money actually goes into the market?
Well, that's an interesting question. I don't know if I would necessarily correlate taxes with an uptick in the market. I would say right now, I think the biggest eyes, besides on earnings and inflation, which we've been talking about for like ever, is really what happens now with the interest rates and what happens. And so right now, let's say if you look at the long bonds, they have risen a lot to the point now where if you say TLT, look at the 20+ year long bonds, they are so oversold that it could surprise everybody and we could wind up seeing some kind of a bounce in the TLTs, which of course would mean that we see a little bit of a relaxing in the yields, which could help the market a little bit. But we are in a trading range market here, Angie. I mean, I don't see any change to that. And this lack of volatility is really reflected in the fact that we're seeing more of a slow erosion in that the bounces are getting a little bit more shallow. So we need to see some kind of major change in either a huge dump or the next bounce really exceeds the bounces that we've had before, and we can actually start saying, wow, at least maybe we'll go closer to the highs of, let's say, the fall last year. But it's really tough right now, and I think you have to pick your spots carefully. If you're already long commodities, which, my goodness, we've been talking about it forever, you should be, you can kind of relax and let the market dictate to you what's going to happen next.
As a pro trader, what do you do with Twitter? Buy it, sell it, stay away from it? There's a headline just about every day in that stock.
Exactly. And when you get something like an instrument like Twitter, which, by the way, you know, when you think about it, when they first opened, its IPO price was not that much lower than where it is now. So over the course of the history of Twitter, it hasn't really done very much, which certainly makes the case for Elon Musk coming in and trying to do something with the company. Of course, then it would go private. And if they don't deal with Elon Musk, then the question is, what are they going to do to really monetize and kind of get out of this rut that the stock has been in for ages? As far as the whole political side of it, I really want to stay out of that. Free speech versus not free speech, all of that is just, I think, fodder for people who love to get angry about things. But I would stay away from that stock until we see some kind of a settlement. Now, since we're talking Elon Musk, I would watch Tesla, which reports earnings this week. It's still really strong on the chart. It's probably one of the strongest equities right now. And regardless of what's happening with Elon and Twitter, it doesn't seem to be very fazed by it. So if it reports well, there could be an interesting opportunity there. And that's kind of more where I'd focus right now.
Thank you very much, Michele.
Thank you so much, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.